Hello everyone, so for this video we will discuss how to export your data to Drive or export it to Asset. Now there are also other ways to export your data, but let us just focus on these two ways for now. So we will be building up from the previous code that we did. So we created this by Sentinel clip, and then we will use this data. This will be the data that we're going to export. Okay, so let's start with export image to Drive. So as you can see right here, let's comment this out. Then you have export.image.to Drive. So you will be exporting this to your Google Drive. Okay, so the argument here is an object. So you can see the image. You specify the image by Sentinel-2 clip. And then the description. So this will be the task name. So let's just write task 1, or let's write export to Drive. Okay, and then we have the scale. So this is the spatial resolution of our resulting image. So 10, that's basically 10 meters per pixel. And then you have the region, which is our ROI, the geometry that we created in the previous video. Okay, so let's see what happens if you run the code. So let's press run. And as you can see right here on the right side, we have under the task tab, we have export to Drive. So this is, remember, this is the description. And then if we run this, it will give us this prompt. Okay, the task name is required, and it's not allowed to have spaces. So let's just use underscores. So let's see, did it accept? Okay. So the scale here, you can also change the scale here. And then for the Drive folder name, that's optional. So our file name, so let's change it to bye sentinel2 underscore clip. And then you can also specify if it's a geotiff or TF record image, but let's just use geotiff for now. So if you run this, you just have to wait for a few minutes, and then it will be saved to your Google Drive. Once it's saved there, you can download it. And open it in any GIS software or any image processing platform. Okay, so that's basically it for export to Drive. So let's comment this out now. And let's move forward to export image to asset. Okay, so as you can see right here, it has basically the same input. You have the image by Sentinel-2 underscore clip. And then description, let's change it to export to asset. And then the scale, that's 10, or let's say we can use 15. And the region is still our ROI. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so you have right here export to asset. Let's click run here. So you have here the projection, the same thing. The scale is 15, and then export to asset. So let's change this to bye underscore sentinel to clip, and then to asset. Okay, and then we have here the pyramiding policy. Now what is this pyramiding policy? So let's say, for example, the native resolution of your image. Let's say, for example, in Sentinel, in Sentinel, different bands actually have different resolutions. But let's say, for example, the native resolution of the band that you're going to use is 10. And then the scale you input here is 15. Now, the Google Earth Engine now has to process the data so that the result will have the 15 meters per pixel. Now, that is the use of the pyramiding policy. It basically takes a 2 by 2 pixels, so by 4 pixels, and then it uses this mean, mode, min, max, or sample. So for the mean, it gets the pixel values of those 4 pixels, and then it gets the mean, and then that will be your final what do you call this, final pixel value for your result. You also have the mode, the min, max, and sample. Okay, so for this example, we're just going to use the mean. Okay, so if you run it, you will see, if you take a look here in the left side, in the assets tab here, you will see that by Sentinel-2 dataset will be saved here. Just after it's done processing, don't forget to press this refresh button because it will not automatically refresh. Okay, so I encourage you to try this out yourself, and Just to recap, so we've taken a look at the export image to drive and export image to asset. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something new, and I will see you in the next video.